Well, on that note, let's now take a look at what people want from the budget this year.
As a middle class person, I am very concerned about the budget because of the past experiences from this government, and I think that government should prioritize the largest prioritize taxpayers, the salaried class employees. They pay the largest amount of direct tax to the government, and in return they are receiving nothing and no benefits from the government. And the government should stop punishing them by reducing the amount on freebies in the name of so-called welfare schemes.
The Prime Minister is advocating for one nation, one vote, aiming to bring uniformity to elections across India. Then why not for taxation? Businesses are burdened with multiple taxes: GST, income tax, electricity tax, water tax and municipal tax. Every aspect is taxed separately, making it difficult to survive. Instead of imposing different taxes from all directions, why not merge them into a single tax system? Either everything should be included in GST or in income tax.
Well, let's also take a look at what experts are expecting from the budget.
To me, the biggest challenge India faces today is to create well-paying jobs for about 1.5 to 1.8 crore young people who come into the workforce every year. About 21 years ago, we had 2.5 crore babies being born. They'll attain the age of 21. I'm taking 21 as the year when they come to the workforce, so it could be quite less. And we need to produce about 1.6 to 1.8 crore jobs. Now, we actually produce about 1.6 crore jobs as per EPFO. These are all formal jobs, largely in the south of the country, but 80% of them pay less than 20,000 rupees. The Chief Economic Advisor, Ananta Nageshwaran, said that we need to increase the payment compensation people get for the jobs, and possibly for the last 5 years, formal jobs have not grown more than 3 to 5%, not yearly.
One of the big things they're going to try to achieve is to get the fiscal deficit as a percent of GDP back to that 4.5% target that they set 2 years ago. And I think that because they did very well in most of the state elections last year, and they've increased taxes and therefore collections quite a lot, and the GDP should accelerate, we think, in the second half of the year.
The government again needs to kickstart the economy, which has slowed down. So I think infra push, private sector capex, I think these would be the two most important aspects. But I think more important than that is outside the budget, which is execution. Because even last year we had an extremely good budget for infra, but then finally we saw that the execution failed. So I think this year the execution has to pick up. Inflation, again, like I said, is a major issue, especially food inflation. So boosting agri output would be important. The rest of the inflation would be because of oil.
If you look at what makes a developed country is the ranking on the Human Development Index, where our ranking currently is about 134 out of 193 countries which are profiled, kind of a thing. Look at GDP per capita. With just a GDP per capita of $2,698, our rank is 144 out of 194 countries. I think the budget has to really look at some very radical measures, much beyond the Manrega, the free ration, or the midday meal scheme at the schools, and so on and so forth.